Today, we're filming one of the most unique videos we've ever made. It's for a company called Lasting Order Organization. Our goal today, make cleaning cinematic. Can we do it? Let's find out. For context, I've started a video marketing company a couple of years back, and we've grown to an awesome team, a team of people who love to tell stories. But to be honest, this is going to be one of the hardest videos we've ever made. And we're going to take you through the step-by-step process of what it's like to film a video here at Film Unleashed, from planning, filming, all the way to editing. All right, so typically everyone needs to be quiet on set, but we're not filming audio. So I tell everyone, have a blast, have fun when we go ahead and start getting some B-roll shots. So we're filming with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K. Meike lens is a 25 millimeter. Now, Blackmagic 4K is a micro four thirds sensor, so really that lens is like filming with a 50 millimeter. Different lenses do different things. This is a cinema lens, so what that means is it's all manual. So focus is manual, the aperture is manual, and what aperture is how much light is let into the camera, and depending on the number on your aperture, it changes the depth of field in the background. So if you remember watching movies, you see a really blurry background, that means the aperture is open really wide. If everything's in focus, it means the aperture is closed, letting less light into the camera. So what this does is this helps us make ordinary objects look more cinematic with less work.
How do we want to block this off? You'll grab the cups and walk that way, and then you'll step into frame and throw. So essentially what will happen is I'll be like,
I'm running the ladies through what I want them to do. We're doing some blocking, that's what they call it in the industry. So we're having everyone do something at a specific time in a specific place. And this is not rehearsed, this is day of. And these ladies executed it so well, and it looked so great on camera afterwards. So something I'm doing to help these ladies feel more natural and comfortable. This is the first time most of them have ever been on camera, and especially on in a professional sense. So what I'm trying to do is just have fun with them. At the end of the day, if they're having fun and they have big smiles, it's gonna look well on camera. And I'm just smiling and having a good time with them. Now that we're done shooting downstairs, let's go film upstairs.
doing a little research real quick, see if we can't find this footage for our editor. Shout out to Asa.
Something that comes with filming inside is the fact you have to be very selective with where you put the camera. Traditionally, there's the rule of 180. So whichever direction you film in, you don't turn the camera around and film in the other direction. Sometimes that's helpful, sometimes that's restrictive. It just depends. I actually broke that rule a little bit in this room, but in the edit, you can't tell. And that really comes to the testament of just having a good team and being creative and knowing when to break the rules and whatnot. All right, so we're back to do testimonials. Now, typically we do the interviews first. That way, when they're telling stories, it helps me, figure out what shots I want. Yes, I have a list, but it sparks new ideas. So doing this backwards wasn't I wasn't very excited about this, but the video turned out phenomenal in my opinion. So what we're doing here is we have our lights set up, we have our camera set up, and I'm just talking, right? I tell people, I said, this is an interview. You're talking to me. Don't look at the camera, unless you feel comfortable, but most people, they look at the camera, they break. So what I like to do is get my head real close to the camera, and my eyes are just peeking over the camera, and I'm like, okay, just look at me, and that makes them smile as they're talking because it looks goofy, but it's just a raw, natural reaction, and it really comes through on camera. We're not gonna make you watch all of the interviews, but Asa is gonna give you a quick rundown of how we start to bring the story together. To you, Asa.
Thanks, Joe. I'll take it from here. The first thing I do when editing for a brand film is I meticulously comb through each interview clip. This helps me accomplish two very important tasks. Number one is it helps me find the story. The story will either make or break a brand film. Audiences are not interested in business facts. Audiences connect to the story. As I work my way through each interview, I am also, number two, cutting out all of the filler words and silence. This will make our interviewees sound much more confident when they speak. Once I'm done getting all the interview clips cut together, then I will make a song choice and then start putting the interview clips on that along with B-roll. B-roll, for those who don't know, is the supplemental or secondary video footage used in filmmaking. It serves as a visual aid to support the main footage, adding context, enhancing the narrative, and keeping the audience visually engaged. In other words, it's the video clips that show what our client does. With that in mind, my number one rule for B-roll is, if at all possible, to use the B-roll that explicitly shows what the interviewee is talking about. So if someone is talking about organizing a closet, then show that in the B-roll. Once I have the video put together for a first draft, then I will send it to Joe and Peyton to get some fresh eyes on the project. Eye fatigue is a very real thing, and after I've been looking at the same video all day, I often need to get a second opinion on what the video is looking like. Once we work through all the revisions, that is when we send it off to the client.
Every business has a story worth sharing. And when you share that story, it builds a relationship with your clients and customers in a light that most people aren't used to. It deepens that relationship and it leads to a lot of business, but more importantly, it leads to great friends. And that's what I love about my job and getting to run Film Unleashed, is we get to share that light to the world. Friendship, kindness, and love. That's why we do it. And the team here at Film Unleashed has the same sentiment. So if you want to see awesome stories, maybe stories that are more unleashed, more epic, be sure to click this video right here.